Good evening. We'll call this meeting of the Park and Rec Commission to order. First order of business is approval of the, agenda. We have the agenda approval of the minutes. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Anybody object to unanimous approval of the minutes? If not, they stand approved as read. Okay, so we'll move right along here. So I guess, Guy, you want to go first?
Sure. This month's been pretty busy trying to get over a lot of things before our seasonal help left, and they're now gone. So we down 10, probably about 10 employees or so.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of have to scale back and just do the necessities right now. So anyway, we did equipment maintenance. We did do one major repair on our tractor that last winter we hit a manhole and bent the frame on it.
Wow.
So we decided to take it apart, straighten it, and in doing so, we saved about $18,000.
Oh, wow.
I think it turned out okay. We'll know more this winter when we take it out of snow.
And it drives straight, right?
Yeah, dry straight. Yeah. We'll continue to pick up park trash can receptacles, pet waste. I do want to make one comment on that, just because it's growing. It's the pet waste bags that we supply in our parks. We are currently going through 10,000 bags a month.
Wow.
Whoa.
So I just want to remind residents to only take and use while they're in our parks, because it's really increasing, and the cost is really going up on what it takes to supply those bags. So 10,000 bags a month is what we're going through.
Yeah, that's something community needs to appreciate, that
Yeah.
those are out there for use along the trail, and that they're not for general use.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to make that comment. So anyway, our sports field team, they continue to do field maintenance. So the fall soccer has begun. So we had to do some preparations for that. They lined the fields and field markers. Brian, do you know how long that program? Do you remember how long that program lasts? Through October?
Probably before the end of October.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway, it's a little difficult now just because the parking lot is under construction. The Pin Meadow splash pad we're going to keep open for now. If we start getting colder temperatures, we'll shut it down then. But I'm sure we'll hit a few hot days yet that it's not hurting anything, just leaving it the way it is for now. So we'll make sure it gets winterized. Continue to mow and trim. It's been mostly mowing and trimming of weeds. We started aerating in areas that we could, like the pool. Now that the outdoor pool has closed for the season, we aerated that. We overseeded it. We always do an overseed every year just to get fresh seed going in that area because it's such a high profile area. We finished up with, I know I've been saying this for the last couple of months, but the playground safety surface, we finally finished up with that at Quail Ridge Park. Our landscaping crew has been very busy with weeding and watering. Watering has been nonstop.
Yeah.
It's just been a bad year for watering, plus with all of this new plant stock that we have. But anyway, it's been going pretty well. I think we have a pretty good system. I was a little worried how we're going to maintain all that and get over it with the equipment we had, but just a few little tweaks with our equipment, and we've been getting over it all. Our forestry crew continues to trim and remove dead and declining trees. We took one big one down at Beaver Creek Park that if it was declining in a way that if it got a storm and it would fall, it would go right over on a neighbor's garage. So we decided to take that one down. The fire station, basically the same thing. There's a branch or half the tree was kind of declining. We didn't want to take it down because it's still taking just that half off. It looks good, but it was hanging over the fire station, and if it came down, it would hurt the fire station. Redfern Dog Park, we removed a few more trees out there because of the berm that we're building. I'll talk a little more about that when I get down to the bottom of the report. Let's see. Playground safety inspections. We do that monthly. let's see here. Had a few meetings with Shive Hattery City Admin Building construction, which is really coming along well. I don't know if you've driven by it lately, but it's really shaping up. Penn Meadows Park North parking lot improvements, and the Centennial Park next stage planning. Kind of the meetings I've been attending. Just a couple of events that we had. Park staff installed the new Owen Skelly field signs at the former Babe Ruth building. It was in preparation of the August 19th field dedication as the Owen Skelly Field. Had a really good turnout for that. Also, the Parks Department, we installed the mural at the library. That was in preparation of the August 17th mural unveiling reception they had. So we got a little, by the playground there's a mural on the outside of the building. Outside the library. And lastly, the Penn Meadows Park North parking lot project is definitely underway and moving along well. We had to make a few change orders because of they didn't factor in the unevenness of the old parking lot. So there's some highs and lows, and they just factored in a 3-inch overlay. So when you put it over a parking lot that has to now meet curb and gutter, you'd have 1 inch on some of it and 8 inches on another. So they had to tear out a lot more of it than we wanted to get that to where it needs to be. But anyway, it's going along pretty well. I know that one tournament got canceled because they decided the parking lot wasn't good enough or something. But anyway,
It was supposed to be October 14th, 15th or something. So
anyway, let's see. What I wanted to talk about was about all the fill dirt they're taking from that parking lot. We decided to take it all out to the dog park. There's a big ravine there, and we have a berm between us and the next door neighbor. And so the first round, we kind of built 3/4 of the berm. This time, we're taking all this dirt and we're finishing off the berm to give them more privacy, and also filling in the ravine. So it's kind of very little cost to us. It's actually saving the contractor because it's kind of a win-win. So all that dirt's going out there, and we're going to do some enhancement at the dog park.
Good. Being a good neighbor.
Yep, being a good neighbor. Yep. So if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer any of them. So
Any questions about what's going on? It's busy. I'm sure watering has been more of an issue than ever, I suppose.
yeah. I'm hoping next year, even if we have a dry year, I'm hoping all this, plant material out here in Rancho Way is established a little better.
Sure.
May not have to water as much, but in doing so, you keep those things blooming a lot better. So get a little
Beautiful.
So I might have to reconsider how much we water out there. So because it does make it look nice.
Nice. And I guess when you say splash pad extends to a cooler, how cool does it get before you close it?
Well, by the end of we try to have everything winterized by the beginning of November. It'll probably be sometime in October that we get everything winterized. So, what we'll do is if it gets cold, we'll just shut the water off so it can't be activated. But we'll go in there when we winterize all our irrigation systems. Our concession stand buildings, we have to winterize. We'll do all those in a couple days' time, so we'll do them all at the same time.
Definitely had some extended summer weather. I'm sure there were quite a few at the splash pad last weekend. Anything else for Guy? It's usual good pictures that we have in our report.
Photos as always. Great photos. Yeah.
All the activities. And I can vouch, I've seen him working, so he does more than take pictures.
Oh, really? Where do you?
I saw you somewhere. Remember? I think.
Oh, yeah. Where was that?
Yeah, I don't remember, but
I actually have my sleeves rolled up.
yeah, I can vouch.
is that for the picture? Or?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, thanks a lot. Well, I guess we've got Brian here for the rec center report.
Yeah, so the rec center is getting more and more busy as it gets a little cooler here. Starting programming, the volleyball program started on last Tuesday with the first games. Flag football's first actual games are this Sunday, so it's starting off. Adult league basketball, men's league starts on Sunday. Co-ed volleyball starts on Sunday. So we have some of that stuff going on. Trying to see here, the indoor pool is going to be closed from September 10th through October 8th for repainting of the indoor pool. So that'll be closed. Hopefully not that long, but that whole time. But we'd rather be a little longer than say it's going to be done sooner. So we're hoping that'll be done before October 8th. But that's kind of the plan, is closing until October 8th. I don't know, some other things kind of going on. As you can see here, classes, programs, Zumba classes, tippy toes. We still have the lunch meals. We did lose Pizza Ranch. Decided to close, I guess, a little early. So we don't have Pizza Ranch anymore. So we have Hy-Vee doing 2 weeks in a row, which is, they have a variety of food anyhow, and it's usually really good. So I think the seniors like that. It's full this week, so that usually is a tale of what they want and what they like. So, so yeah, we did lose Pizza Ranch for one of our choices. Pool. I don't have much else to really report.
Brian, how many people are in the senior meal program?
So we allow
What's the max?
30. We allow 32.
32.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
about all we can fit in the room, and
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And how are you doing on staffing for
I think we're fine on. Yep, we're doing
about
well.
officials for ball games and stuff? I've heard that's
Our
been
numbers,
tough.
our numbers for leagues, like our team numbers, are down, and they've been kind of down since COVID. So COVID kind of knocked it, especially adult leagues, kind of got a little lower after COVID. But some of the youth leagues, the youth competitive basketball league, has gone way down. I don't know what the deal is, but maybe just more opportunity out there. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, so I have officials. I haven't done the youth stuff yet, so I don't know if I have enough, but as of right now for men's league, I have enough. It might not be a very long list, but I do have some. So, yeah.
Anything else for Brian? You're going to let him off the hook that easily
Good.
tonight?
Yeah.
Pickleball courts have been super, super busy. So, you know, there's baseball, softball teams practicing, there's pickleball going on, and there's soccer in that one little parking lot. It gets a little crowded there, but man, there's been a lot of pickleball people on the courts.
I think is here introducing some more introductory pickleball.
Yep. So they had lessons today. He started a program for lessons today. I think they had 8 people sign up for lessons. He's got 3 instructors doing it. One of them's kind of one that's going to be here for a little while and then go south. But he has 2 other ladies that are going to do it as well afterwards, indoors and stuff like that. So that's one thing that Jonathan, that took over for Kyle, is doing. He did start yesterday, was the first day of Pee Wee sports. So he's kind of doing it, and then he's got a part-time person helping him. And he said he didn't know how Kyle did it with 12 kids and one person. He had 6 yesterday, and it was enough for the first day. So the evening classes are larger, but the morning class has about 6. But he said, yeah, that was a good time. So that started as well. So
I saw our neighbors, the city of Tiffin, are putting in pickleball courts. Do we think that will alleviate, or is it just it's that popular, right?
I mean, I
People
think we have pretty
everywhere.
nice courts, so I think a lot of people
Like our
come there
courts.
like those.
Yeah.
I know Mercer has courts, and it seems like everywhere around here has courts, but I don't know. We have a lot at
Yeah.
ours.
Tiffin putting theirs on their existing tennis court.
It's kind of by the soccer
Yeah,
fields.
there's
Yeah,
It's their
it's tennis
existing-
there.
Yeah.
I usually just drive
Yeah.
by real fast.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, that's where they were going in.
I was taking over what some cities and malls where stores have left the mall, they've turned them
Yeah.
into pickleball
It's-
courts.
What-
And
It is so popular.
I think
It is.
that
What is the supply and demand like right now? I mean, are we backed up where people are not able to get spots? Like, I'm just curious what that looks like.
I
from
have quite a
scheduling
few
standpoint.
people renting spots, even if
Yeah.
it's just 4 people. They'll rent a They'll rent
Oh, to be
a
able to
court, so they know they can go there
They
and
can
get a
go.
court,
Yep.
because there's a lot of people there at night. In the morning too, but
Yeah.
especially at night, there's a lot.
I've had requests of, hey, can we go past 10 o'clock?
Right.
Can you keep them on? Can you keep the
Sure.
lights on until 11?
Right.
And the age range is probably going down, younger people.
It's-
It is.
Well,
The age range
schools
is
are doing it
definitely
in PE.
going way down.
So
It is.
it's becoming, it's,
But I just think it's probably thoughtful to be thinking about like how do we grow that,
Yes.
right? How do we alleviate that, right?
We
It's
take advantage of
exactly.
the numbers.
And if it is extended hours, I mean that's effectively free inventory, right? Of time. It's
Right.
it's just leaving the lights on, right? At that point.
and currently, I mean, outdoors, they're not paying anything and the lights are on and they get to go use it.
Right.
Indoors, they pay a fee to
Yeah.
use it. It's, it's not not a lot of money, but it
Right.
does help with upkeep and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
Yeah.
come forward a midnight league or something.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose
Creative.
it would be okay there because it's not right, but
It's kind of tucked away from residents.
Because it does make that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and people probably in the
The-
parking lot where there's
Yeah.
it's not lit. So
yeah. Well, I'm saying if
Another
we
thing.
did extended hours, we'd probably have to do an ordinance change
That's what I was wondering. Is there
Or-
park ordinance for it?
10
Yeah.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'd have to make an exception for that
Right.
particular area.
Right. It's just something to think about. I mean,
Yeah.
you want to, like I said, just be great to take advantage of that demand.
Mm-hmm.
we've had
So-
different church groups and stuff rent the whole thing and have a tournament. We've
Yeah.
had a couple of those now. So
Iowa
it's getting
Dentistry,
used.
they're,
Yeah.
they're
Yep,
gonna
yep.
Iowa Dentistry, they're gonna
Mhm.
rent it.
Mm-hmm.
Are they expensive to build outdoor courts?
I'm not sure
don't
in
know.
today's market. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah.
When we built a tennis court the first time, it was around, I don't know, $80,000, and I include the fencing and everything. It wasn't much.
The tennis courts or the pickleball courts?
Tennis courts.
Tennis court.
And back in 2000.
Yeah.
Six.
What it costs us to do the pickleball, I don't remember what.
Oh
does it
well, we
cost?
did an overlay of the whole thing, so that was about 150,000 probably. We did an overlay. They had to pull the fencing out.
Right.
Yeah.
Put that. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, is there potential using like school space, but not like inside space,
They'd
potentially
have to
gym
redo.
space?
They'd have to redo their lines. They'd have to put
Lines.
lines in.
Yeah.
But it'd be an option if that ever comes to
Right.
be.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Right.
some we help kick in and
Yeah.
pay
And
for some of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
We are going to get a few more pickleball nets, two more, so we'll have two more courts.
Mm-hmm.
But there's such a backlog on nets right now from Douglas that
But
yeah, and the price is gone up a third.
Right.
So we're going to wait until winter and see what happens before I order those.
Smart. Yeah.
have we ever thought about doing a league instead of just open play?
We've talked about it.
Oh, we have the morning league.
Jonathan's kind of talking about it, but
Yeah.
the thing is when and
When
Yeah.
and who? Yeah.
Right.
not to make so many people angry about not being able to get on the pickleball
Yeah.
courts. So,
Yeah.
Well, maybe that would make sense if it was at a different space, like a school, because then it's like a reserved amount of time. You know, you're going to be there.
Right.
People are going to be there. They're going to pay some sort of entrance, which could help offset.
Yeah.
You know. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Good things to think about. That's great.
Yes. Well, thanks for progress. Do we have any concerns or questions to be brought up tonight?
I was just going to bring up that I think this was pretty new, as it was in an email. There is a new updated microsite for the Next Stage Giving page, and that included some of what is available to be named.
Mhm.
So seat block, bike parking, seat wall, picnic table, park litter, all things, and there's dollar figures associated with those. So I would just, people that are interested, $500 and more would get you recognized in some way. And if you were actually interested in purchasing or naming rights to a specific one of those are now listed, which is great. So
Nice.
I think
I've heard they had some response to that already today. Yeah.
Okay.
now moving forward, keep getting the community involved. We want to keep moving and to see that the next stage is
Just around the corner.
around the corner. Yeah, there we go. So we want to keep going, keep that in front of everybody. And that's a real progressive point in the community. So, Well, we've got some announcements on there. I've lost my screen, so who's got the list of the upcoming activities?
September 9th, there's a messy play date. September 10th through October 8th is the indoor pool closing.
Go back to messy play date. Is that the rec center? Where's that at? What is that?
I don't exactly know
You know,
where
does
it's at.
anybody know
It's
what
somebody that does it. It's not the rec center. They just do it at the rec center. I believe it's at the rec center.
It's yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Is it like with a garden hose out in the grass?
Something,
So
yes.
it's messy. Okay.
What kind of mess are they going to leave us?
They've had one already, so
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what all is involved in that. I just know it happens, and it's happened once already that I know of. So we're having a North Liberty Community Center open house. Zach Pilcher, one of our front desk people, is having that on September 14th. So there'll be things like a free workout with some of our instructors. There'll be information about silver sneakers, memberships, stuff like that. I think if you come to that night, if you buy a month membership, you get you get an extra month free. If you buy a yearly membership, you get an extra year free. So,
Oh, wow.
so he's doing kind of those things, kind of like a membership type thing. So, and then there'll be information about Supreme leagues, the youth leagues. So he's doing those things, and that's I believe next Thursday. Yes, next Thursday. And then Matt Messick is putting on the mystery murder dinner. It's a ticketed event. He's got a caterer, a person that's doing the food part of it. So that's on September 15th, so next Friday night. I think it's quite a few people have signed up for that and paid for that. So, and then the final thing is on the 23rd. It's a star party with Takeo. Jason Egley does that star party. I believe that's still at Penn Meadows, I think, is where it normally was. So
Take a kid outside.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. So those are kind of some of the things coming up.
And a lot of activities going on in the community, again, on the website, but we encourage people to share with people. Even some people that have the access to the website don't see everything. So if you share with your neighbors and then say, hey, did you see this was coming up or that was coming up? And then for sure share with neighbors if you don't, they don't have access to the website. So we have all of our community members involved. So some neat, unique things that to participate in, and we just want that participation to keep growing because the more people that participate, the more things that get creatively created, I guess. Any other business to come before us tonight?
No.
Do you have anything?
I guess one thing I forgot to share is the Fox Run Improvements Project that's coming up next spring, summer. We're at 50% plan set right now. So we're going to have a review of that, make any changes. But that project consists of a trail around the pond and leading off to a playground area. So that playground will I'll probably get a little bit of guidance from the Fox Run neighborhood of things they might like, but we'll also bring that to the Parks Board for us to pick and choose some options that might want to go out there. So, but that's something I want to do relatively soon because it's taken longer and longer for playground once you order it to get it. So, yeah. But that project's coming along.
Fox Run community, that's something to look forward to for next year. So appreciate that.
Yeah.
Anything else? Do I hear a motion for adjournment?
All motion.
I'll second.
I had a motion and a second. Any objection to adjourning? Seeing none, meeting adjourned.